Hi, I'm Nancy Sipes. Today we are going to do a worked example on Blackboard 9.0. By the end of this tutorial, you, the student, will be able to personalize the home page, add a course tool, and add content fields and content. At the end of this tutorial, you will be required to complete the following task as part of your worked example. You will have to add a calendar item, add content and a content field, add your instructor information, and add me to the course as either a student or an assistant instructor. Blackboard 9.0 upgrades 8.0 into a more versatile, user-friendly platform. You will be creating a free online account. Open your browser, go to www.blackboard.com/release9/ get-started.asp. On this page, you want to click on Request Your Preview Account. If you have ever signed up for a trial version of a software or anything, or signed up for anything online, this is pretty standard. First name, last name. Just fill all of that in, and after you fill it in, hit the Submit button, and it will take probably a couple of seconds. Log into your email, and they will email you your username and password, and then go ahead and log into Blackboard. This is what your home page will look like when you log into your trial version of Blackboard 9.0. The one thing that I did want to show you on this page, and you'll see it on another menu later on in this tutorial, are the quick tutorials in the quick tutorial library. These tutorials are very interactive and very short. I would highly recommend that if you have the time, go through the tutorials. On this page, I wanted to show you how you can personalize your page. Click on Personalize Page. It will bring up a library of color schemes, so you can actually change your color scheme. You can change your color scheme to one that fits the design of your overall course. As you can see here, they give us 3 courses. One is a blank course that you can build a course in. The second one is a course that they have built so that you can see how they did it. And then you have the preview account, which is an orientation course for your free trial account. So let's go ahead and click on blank course for build out. This is the home page of your actual course. Yours will not have a banner in it. I've already added that in there just to give you an idea of what you can do. On this page, again, you can customize your page by clicking on Customize Page and select the color scheme. I did want to show you up here in the upper right hand corner this edit mode. That has to be on if you want to edit any of these. If you turn it off, you will see what the students see. These modules can be personalized too. They're drag and drop. Just drag it and drop it where you want it. You notice it gave me a box. See how it gives me a box telling me that that's where it's going to put it, and you just drop it over that box and it puts it right in place. You can also click the little icon right here that will collapse those items if you want a really clean looking home page. Then when you want to see them again, you click it and it'll expand it out. You can also add a course module. Here you select the modules that you want to show on that page. Select it, change your mind, come back in and select it again. You always have to hit the Submit button. Whenever you make changes, it will go back to the default that it was set on, because that's essentially your save button. You can also come over here to the menu items. Just like you can collapse the module items, you can collapse the menu items. Click the little arrows and it will collapse it. The arrows will change. See, it came back. It's telling us we click it, it's going to collapse it. You can also collapse the entire menu. Gives you more workspace. Or you can change your view. We are looking at the list view. You can look at a folder view, which gives you icons, so that at a glance you know what that content field does. The little people tells you it's a group. The book tells you it's a help. The little globe on the paper is a discussion, and then the home page. And then this icon here will open it up in a separate window, and you can move the window around or move it to another monitor to free up some more workspace if collapsing it doesn't work for you. That concludes the preview that I was going to give you on what you could do on this very first page here. Now I'd like to go down to the control panel. The control panel will look at the course tools first. I'll go down through each one briefly, but I'm not going to spend much time on it. It's beyond the realm of this tutorial. But to briefly give you a little information what each one does, I'll go ahead and go down through it and do that. Here you can see your course tools. You'll click on one of those and add it to your course. For instance, say I wanted to add blogs to my course, I would click on that and I can add blogs to my course. Course links, you have content collection, which is under the course links you have content collection. The content collection is where you can set up libraries and you have access to a variety of collaboration tools. Course objectives is where you'd actually put your course objectives into your course. In BlackBoard 8.0 we had to upload a Word document to put in our objectives. Here it's a feature right in your course. The evaluation course is you can set up an early warning system to let students know. They get an email telling them they have an assignment due date fast approaching. The grade center is where you can run reports and actually input more than one student's grade at one time. You've got your performance dashboard and then your reports that you can go in and generate. The user groups, this is where you can set up collaboration tools for individual groups. You can let the students actually select the groups they want to be in, or you can randomize the groups from the list of users that you have in your course. Pretty unique little tool. Under customization, you can actually customize the look and feel of your course. Gives you a little more leeway on personalizing your course. You can select your enrollment options. Do you want to enroll the students? Let them enroll themselves. Do you want guest and observer access? Property, style. This is where you would go in and add the banner like I have at the top. And then your tools availability. That is where you can select which tools you want available to your students in the course. Packages and utilities, that's where you can copy your course, export your course, recycle the course, etc. Like I said earlier, some of these features are way beyond the scope. Those are advanced class items. And then you have your help at the very bottom. Here you've got the manual, you've got the quick tutorials that we saw on the home page, and then you have your support, frequently asked questions, and such. You have a help down here. You also have a help at the very top of the page. Okay, let's talk about adding course content. You notice over here beside instructors information, there's a little icon beside it. That icon tells you that there's no content added to that content field. So we would want to, when we're building this course, we'd be able to keep really close track of what we've added and what we haven't. Before I click to add content, let's go ahead and add a content field. Come up here and you click on the arrow and you can see we can create a content area, we can create a tool link, create a course link, create an external. The create course link is for internal. If you want to link something in the references folder to something in the assignments folder, you would do it with the course link. You can create a module page, you can create subheaders and create dividers. For this tutorial, we're going to create a content area. The name of this content area is going to be references. You can name yours whatever you want to name it. We do want it available to all users, and then again, like I said, hit that submit button. There. It put my references down to the bottom of the page. I actually think the references should probably be right under tools. So if I put my cursor over these double arrows over here, I can move it so it's right underneath tools. And then each of these arrows gives you individual menus for those areas. Setting each of these arrows gives you information, menus for each of those areas. Like you can rename the link, hide the link, deny guest, or completely delete it out. Say I didn't want the references anymore, I could come here, click on that, and delete it out. So now that we've added a content field, let's go ahead and add something into it. Add some actual content into it. So I clicked on references. I just created that. When you get to the content area and you're ready to add content, you'll see that you have several choices here. We can create an item. We can build an item, which creates folders, external links, pretty much the same stuff that I was telling you over on the other side for the main menu. But this is just for this content area. You can add your test if you needed to evaluate this area. You can assign collaboration. See, here is where you can create your group link. And then we have the Wimba Classroom, which I'm not going to cover in this course, but I have uploaded a file under content about the Wimba Classroom. Let's create a new item. For your work example, feel free to do whichever you want to. Go ahead and play with it and get familiar with Blackboard 9.0. I'm not holding you to actually specific content. You can add whatever you want to in the content field. So this is what your create item looks like. You will need to put in a name, and since I'm in references, I'm going to put in a student guide. I can select the color of my name. I'm going to go ahead and select that and tell it to apply, and then student guide will be violet blue. It's always a good idea to put a description in there. Okay, this student guide is the PowerPoint presentation of this tutorial. When the student sees this, they will know if this is something that they want to look at or not. Of course, we want them to look at everything, but then you come down here to the bottom, we browse for the local file, and it's the tutorial guide. Click that. Then again, I was telling you, you can link it to someplace else in your course. If you did that, you would name your link. If you uploaded a zip package, you would tell it to unpackage this file. Sometimes you will want to upload a zip package to save space. Select whether you want to permit users, if you want to track the number of views. If you're in a course revision, you will probably want to track the number of views just so you see how many times they look at which items. Select the display date. If you aren't having it displayed all the time, you would set a display date and tell it when it is to become invisible again, and then hit your submit button. As you can see, there's our student guide. This is what the student will see. The student guide is a PowerPoint presentation of this tutorial. They can right click on the hot link and then open it in another window. We have added a content field and we have added content. That is as much as I was going to show you on the menu items. Feel free to play with them, check them out, add new folders, add a learning module. Just play with it and get familiar with it. You can't hurt it. This is a sandbox. If you make a mistake, delete it out and start over again. I hope this tutorial has been helpful. I hope this tutorial has been helpful. I hope this tutorial has been helpful. Some of the resources I used were the online help feature at blackboard.com, Wayne State University Blackboard 9.0 User's Guide, and then the Wimba Building Blocks Guide at wimba.com. Your task now is to log into the Trial Blackboard site, personalize the blank course homepage, add a course tool, like the blogger under course tools, add a course tool, add a content field and content, rename one of the fields, and then add me into your course as an instructor and an assistant instructor. Thank you for listening.